Breaking news, we have an NFL trade alert here on Verts. I am Harrison Graham. No, it's not Brandon Ayuk, but it is Matthew Judon, the Patriots edge rusher, is off to the Atlanta Falcons. Full trade details and instant reaction to come here on Verts. This is why you subscribe to the channel. Big news drops, we hit you with the reaction video. Trades, injuries like J.J. McCarthy earlier. Go check out that video after this one. Division prediction videos, college football coverage, and all football show here on Verts. Hit the subscribe button. We're almost at 1,600 subscribers. Let's continue to grow this channel. All right, let's get to the trade details here. The Falcons are sending a 2025 third-round pick to the Patriots for Matt Judon. And look, I think the focus of this is going to be on the Falcons, but I do first want to say for New England, I actually think this is pretty good. Matt Judon missed the last 13 games last year with an injury. He's going to be 32 next month, or this month, next month, either way. This season, he's 32 years old. He's in the final year of a contract. You are a young, rebuilding football team. Don't give him $25 million per year on an extension. Trade him for a day 2 pick. To get a day 2 pick here, I think is actually pretty good for New England to get this done and to just kind of move on and move forward with their young core. And obviously for Atlanta, they're trying to go all in. Arthur Blank's getting older. They're trying to compete after 3 disappointing seasons with Arthur Smith as their head coach. Atlanta is in a very manageable division in the NFC South. They went and paid Kirk Cousins big money to guide their offense after QB issues in the last couple of years. They signed Darnell Mooney to add to that offense. Bijan in year 2, Drake London, Kyle Pitts. They've got a good offensive line. Judon filled their biggest need. They needed an edge pass rusher. They've got Grady Jarrett in the middle, but they don't have that guy coming off the edge that can go potentially get you 10-plus sacks like Judon's proven to be able to do when he's been healthy. Before the injury season last year, they had 2 11-plus sack seasons in a row. Like, he's a really, really good pass rusher, and Atlanta was 22nd in the NFL last year at getting the quarterback to the ground with just 42 sacks. He might be able to give you a fourth of that on his own with 10-plus. I do have to say this, and Falcons fans, I'm sorry, but it has to be said. It just makes you question what they did in the draft even more by taking Michael Penix Jr., who I like a lot. I don't think drafting him 8th overall in this draft was an overdraft of a player, especially for that position, but you gave Kirk Cousins $100 million guaranteed. You clearly are going all in this year. That's what you just proved by trading for an aging pass rusher. And instead of selecting a win-now player like, I don't know, Rome Odunze, Dallas Turner, a defensive back trading down, it's been pretty much proven the Bears sitting at 9 would have traded up a spot and given you like a 4th-round pick. At least you could have gotten that and still taken Penix if you fell in love with the player that much, which clearly you did. But it just kind of bummed you out because what if you had a player there that was one of your 8 or 9 best players as a rookie to add to this win-now football team? Because clearly you're trying to win now with the moves you've made by giving a 36-year-old quarterback coming off an Achilles the money you did, by trading for an aging pass rusher in Matt Judon. The Jesse Bates contract last year, Justin Simmons just visited. Clearly you're trying to bring him in. Like, you're trying to win and win big now. Michael Penix, unless Kirk Cousins goes down, which he could, so if that happens and Penix takes you to the promised land as a rookie, great, but does anyone expect Penix to play this year unless it's due to injury? No. So he doesn't really help your cause in trying to win big this year. So that kind of brings you to the question, how good can Atlanta be this year? I think they're clear NFC South favorites now. I think they were favorites before. If Judon's healthy and plays well, I think they're at least notable favorites there. Still think Tampa's going to be solid, but I'm not a believer in that Saints operation with Dennis Allen at the helm. Carolina's at least a year away, if not 2 or 3. So I do think they're a playoff team. Can they win a playoff game? Can they win multiple playoff games and go to the NFC Championship game? Could they somehow win the NFC? That seems like a stretch. I like Kirk Cousins, but he's 36, not very mobile, coming off an Achilles, and he has one playoff win in his career. Again, that's why drafting Rome Odunze would have made more sense to just load him up with talent. I mean, if you had Rome Odunze opposite of Drake London, Darnell Mooney in the slot, Kyle Pitts at tight end, Bijan Robinson in the backfield, Tyler Algier is your number 2 back, a good offensive line. That's a top 7 offense in the NFL, and now you get a premier pass rusher to go with a pretty good back 7. It's just, again, I have to go back to that Penix decision. And look, at the end of the day, if you believe he can be a high-level franchise quarterback long-term, I understand why they did it, but it doesn't really help you right now, and it seems that you're leveraging some of your future to win right now. So I don't think it's a massive overpay. I think Judon helps. I think they're going to win a lot of games. But again, you kind of did a half measure by doing what you did in the NFL draft, and that's questionable. For New England, I think, look, could you have played this out to the trade deadline, hope that Judon balled out and maybe gotten a 2 for him? Sure, but he's clearly a little agitated. He's 32. He wants more money. Why not ship him out? We'll see if Atlanta extends him, has a contract in place. You don't want a Hassan Reddick situation. Maybe they just give him more money this year and revisit an extension later. That could be a happy medium. But, yeah, we'll see where that goes from there. But Matt Judon is an Atlanta Falcon. We are for Verts, breaking down NFL news, trades, big moves and storylines all season long. We'll react to some games once the regular season gets here as well. Division previews ongoing. I was actually going to do the NFC South very soon, so that might be my next one, so stay tuned for that. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. My name is Harrison Graham. We will see you guys very soon.